Hello everyone, it's Peter here, Piotr Fissner from ScreenProtector and Inte.Team. How you doing, guys? So, new hot air came, and this is something, again, what I like to buy, not the dearest on the market. I want to buy something cheaper on the market. So, that's Yihua 968DA plus the third. Okay, so before we will look into it, let me go to my eBay. How you doing, guys, in this new year? Hopefully you're watching it in the new year, not later. Well, new year, it's like about 10th of the January. Let's go to my purchase history, and let's switch to the view. Okay, so let's look. Yeah, I'm buying a lot of stuff. 87 pounds. 87 pounds I paid for it, so that you can see how it's look like this. Okay, so I've got those nozzles which you can't see here. I will show you them live, so it's okay. Here are the nozzles as well. Came 1, 2, 3, 4. What? 1, 2. Whoa! I don't see the square one, to be true. The square one is missing. No, I just checked it. In the bag. Look, I just checked it. I don't have a... I just opened this bag before the, open this here. But I don't see the square. The square is missing. So there is 5 and I received 4. I need to write to them. Because that's unfair. I did get those filters here, which they are tiny, what it will help with. But anyways, still better than nothing. And plus, I can do something else for the fume extraction. Let's switch back to the view. So yeah, it came in the in this box. Has a manual, has a holder for the hot air gun. Has this one, which I haven't opened yet. Let me grab it here. Okay, and has a UK plug because I'm in the UK, and has this you put on top of this one. Yeah, and then you've got this. So it is what it is. You've got all the details here. It's a lie again. They are showing it as a what they are showing 720 watts. Which is a lie, because you can see that it's it's not, it's just current 6 amps, yes, but it's not showing here watts, whereas on my one it's showing watts at the back. So what I'm talking about is 720 watts large power, whereas, let me show you, the whole consumption, power consumption, I don't know if you can see it clearly, it's 670 watts, I think, written 670 watts. So it's not true that it's 720. What else? It's on that auction when I bought it. Let me switch to the yeah, easy to smoke. Yeah, with this, well, as I'm saying, it should save my lungs a bit, and hopefully other stuff as well. It has a main switch, which I like. You've got a choice of Celsius and Fahrenheit. Oh, you see, that's how it's look like, if you don't know. That's pretty much it. That's it. Yeah, so it's not what they are, right? It's not as described. It's not as described because that's not 720 watts, and that's missing one component here. But you might be wondering why I've chosen this one. Yes, well, first foremost, I love this handle. I've got over, I think, 5 years my old hot air station. It's fixed now, so it will serve as a spare device. And where is my old? It's here. Look, 1-to-1. Now the thickness of the wire and the softness is the same, you would say, yes, or really similar, like look alike. Maybe depend which way you're touching, but it's look alike, yes. Of course mine is well used, yes, it's burnt a bit, but it's still the same. Now I would assume that they have the same heating element, which I never changed, never. My pump is still good, only the capacitors I've replaced. You get one video before this one. It's the same type of the soldering iron, so those tips, they are interchangeable on both of them in that case, which is good. Then I like the softness. Then it has a pump like my one. It doesn't have a fan, I'd say, because you can hear the pump, which for some people will be better, for some people will be worse. I don't know who prefers pump, who prefers the fan, but fans are really loud, so it's not that for me. That's written 908 ESD safe, 908A. I never opened it until now. I never used it till now, only I've switched it on if it's working to not produce a dummy video. I can see that there is a, let us put this one aside. I like that it's a permanent cable, because to be true, it will be permanently plugged in and it has a power on off button at the end, so it's nice. So here we've got this connector like my one has, so I would say it will fit. It should fit, no problem. Take it, okay. Okay, now this one is a bit of a problem, I'd say, I'm not sure. Okay. So there will be another video on PS5. I will be first time using it properly, because I need to add those holders here, yes, for the handle and so on, for both of those. But I wanted to show you, so yeah, you've got it. Now, apart from this one, I will be using my station as well, or my second soldering iron. And why it's so? This. Because I want to have two tips, okay? So instead of me replacing those, I could use my station with changeable tips. Yes, so on, take it in, take it out. I could use that one. So I'm thinking either I will be using that one as a second option or this one, yes. But the question is, can I make an attachment and the second pipe? That's what I was thinking, that I could. I've got a from aquarium. I've got a pump, and I was thinking that maybe I could use those wires, I don't know, pipes, yes, from my aquarium pump, which is not in use at the moment, and there are those manifolds which I can use. So then I could maybe do it on the second, and if I would have my one, I could attach some metal pipe at the end, and this as well as it's here, and then I could use, on that one, then I could have always extraction here, which would be awesome. Yes, we will see. I will figure out something, because if I will use this one and it will make, good improvement, that means it will inhale instead of taking it onto my face, then I will think about adding to my soldering iron and to my soldering station as well. Better this than the whole fan here in front of you, which blowing and making a lot of noise, I'd say, yes. Plus you could take it outside, because it's a small pipe, so you can drill a small hole even through the window, silicone it, yes, and then you can take this outside, and when you finish your work you can just switch the valve off. or make an programmer and do it automatically if you want. Yeah, so that's up to you. Now this still fits to this one, so it's okay. Which is, this is lightweight. Yeah, so here you've got this proper stand, which is nice. Okay, so this one has the small foam. Yeah, so that's the roller. This one. Oh, that's heavy. Nothing else. So yeah, so this is cool. This is cool. That's a metal, to be true. Metal. So it's nothing to show you here. And then you can use it to hold it. I don't know if I will be happy with it. I know I was happy with my one, and I am still happy with my one, even if it has this wooden attachment by me, because I didn't have this. Where is the holder? I don't know where is the holder for the side. Should be. No, there is a screw only. So do I miss one more item? I don't see a holder for the for this anywhere. Either it wasn't here. I will have to watch this video myself and see if I can find it, because I can't see it anywhere. Nope. And nope. Nope. Empty. I'll check. I'll double check. But I don't see it. Okay, so I'm not happy that it's not here. So I need to write to this company, because it's not. So there are two things which are missing at the moment. One of the nozzles, the square one holder for the hot gun. Yes, on this or on this. On this side there are screws. I don't know. Oh yeah, there are screws on this side. So probably it's on this side, but I don't see it. So guys, now the next step is to test it. Okay. Let's plug it in. I'll put the watt meter. So let's take it here. Okay, let's use watt meter. And let's plug it in. Okay, so now it's on 1, and we see that on 1 it's taking, I don't know if you can see that, 6.2 watts, just because it's on. Yes, on. So that means the switch at the back is on. That's it. You can see it somehow. I'll switch off the switch and then should show you 0. Yes, it's 0. I don't know again if you can see it, but I can see it here through the screen, so you should be able. Now on, back again, and it's 6.2 watts it's taking when it's in the idle mode, not used at all. Yes, only, you know, only it's idling. Now let's use, I'm not happy that you don't see more than you see. Oh, I'd like you to see more. Okay, let's say you can see. If no, I will read you. Now we need two things. Okay, we need two things. We need to, okay, so it has some display and so on. So then it's showing you got centigrades, I mean Celsius, yes, and Fahrenheit here, and on and off button. So that smoke absorber, it's on 1. If we will put it to the 0, this doesn't change at all. It's still 6.2. So it's automatically probably triggered when you start to use either the soldering iron or the SMD workstation, the hot air. Yes. Now let's start with the first one. Minus. Everything is on the lowest. So let's do this one. We've placed on the soldering station on this one. Look that the temp is growing. Yes. And now let's, I don't hear the absorption like suction pump. It's 0 now. Now it's working and you can hear the pump. It's a pump. Now let's take it to the very top. Okay, that's 480 degrees. That's growing, still growing, yes. So that's what it is. 300, so that should, that's working already, so it's fine. Oh, that's going nicely. If you don't move it too quickly, that's really absorbing the smoke. I don't know if you can see it, but the smoke is really going inside, yes. So that's nice. 460, that's not really quick, you know, that's not really quick, but it is okay. Let's switch it off. And how many watts? 44 watts, yes. So that was the maximum. So that's a 45 watt, well, you can't say because you've got 6.3 watts in the idle mode, yes. So that's about 40 watts on the max, and with a pump. So now let's switch off the smoke absorber, and now let's switch it back on 480, and let's see how much it will go up to here, yes. So that you'll know. It's 450 showing, 460, 70, 480. Okay, so it's still 45, 41. So it's about 40, oh, 37. Wow. Okay, so once it's hitting the temp, it's lowering. So it has a management. Yes. So it's still going to about 40. So that the pump is taking only about 5 watts, I'd say. Oh, 30. Okay. So I'm okay, not yet. Now the second one. So let's switch and let's get this one to not burn myself again. Minus and minus. Now my question is, okay, how this one will work. So that's 100 degrees and it's blowing, very good. So that's the smallest is 100 degrees, which you can't see even. Now that's consuming about 100 watts. Yes, 99 watts. Now the pump, well, of course you get this not stable and so on. So that's my fault. That's not. These are like that, and that's okay. That's fine. Let it. I had the same with my one. It's not a problem. 99, 76. Can you see? I know how to resolve it. It's fine. It's not a problem. But it's noisy. 60 watts. 60 watts on the 100 degrees. Let's take it. Yes. Let's take it to the quiet space. That's 300 degrees. How quickly it will go? Look, it's 300. I need to check, you know what? I need to check one thing, because it might be the case, that this has still the screw. How quickly it's 176, and that's consuming 11 watts. Oh, that's looking really nice right now. If the screw is there, of course I need to unscrew the screw because it's a new one and I forgot, and I bought my, you know, like over 5 years ago, as I said. So 150. Okay, so it's cooling down in an okay speed. And I'm curious when the pump will be off, at which temp, Below 100 I'm confident I can just switch it off, you know, like no problem. Ideal about 80, yes, ideal, but I'm just curious, you know, how long it will take and so on. You can see live, I don't edit or anything. At 100. Okay, so we know that it will shut off at 100. Now let me check the screw, please. Oh yes, please release the red marked screws at the bottom before using the machine. If you wouldn't, you will damage and that will be your fault. Yes, unfortunately, I've forgotten about it. But when I've heard the sound, I've reminded myself. Because it's a pump, it's not a pump is in a different location than my one. So now it's fine, yes? Now it's okay. You could damage this device if you would not take it out. Now it should be okay. But we know because we had the noise, so that the noise was because of that. So guys, what's the maximum power? Yes, it can take. So the air is on the max right now and the temp is on the max as well. 35 watts, yes, 150, 330, 640, 640 watts. $640 was the max, yes, and it's not anymore. Now the only thing we can switch on is the absorption of this, which works, but it still doesn't consume that much power. So no way it's 720 watts. We see it's only, you know, fraction of that. Now it's holding the temp, so it's not. So that's working below 200 watts. Guys, that's it. I don't know if that was helpful. Hopefully it was to some. This is not a dear, you know, hot air station, but should do the trick. My one is working for a long time. What can go wrong in them is that if you use it really frequently, if you don't allow it to cool down to those 100 degrees, you will use the heating element quicker, yes, and if using it frequently, you might experience pump issue. That's why it's good to have spare parts if you've got only one. Excuse me. But if you've got even two, it's still worth to have, you know, like a spare pump. Why I've chosen pump versus fan? Because it's quieter for most of the work I'm doing, and I thought I will go for the Atem. And to be true, when I've heard when I've seen what Sorin was showing on his video about it, I wasn't keen to it. Thickness of the wire, more stiff, a different handle, which I couldn't use interchangeably those tips because they are different. So I said to myself, you know what, let me find this because I like it. Yeah, so I would probably like it. For now, I like it. Cooling off 27 watts. End of. So it doesn't take, you know, like a lot. I think it's quicker than my one. My one is cooling off longer. Yes. But that's it in this video, guys. I don't know what else I could show you to give a value. Probably we will learn more about it in the future videos when I will be when I will be doing my jobs, because I can do it. I've got two hot air stations right now, so one can be on that desk if it's tidy, of course, and second be here permanently mounted so that you know, I can use it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you did like something in this video. Guys, see you in the next one, and if possible, let's fix them all. Take care. Bye bye.